Hi my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of F1 Manager and our Aston Martin career. It's not exactly gone that well, has it, at the beginning of this series, but I think that's just the joy of managing a very difficult team in Aston Martin. Last episode is linked above in case you've missed it. Feel free to go and check that one out. But today it's the turn of a street circuit, and that's of Miami in the US of A. And yeah, kind of looking forward to this one, but I at the same time really feel like we are very much not anywhere near it. We're not quite meeting our objectives at the moment, and the confidence from the board is medium. We're 9th, but really the three teams at the bottom all without a point, so we're on a level playing field to some extent, but we know that at the moment we are very much behind the Haas where pace is concerned. Just going to check the weather centre is upgraded. That's really good. ATR period ending soon. Period will be ended in the current aerodynamics testing restrictions period will be ended in 1 week. I've attached a report on how many aerodynamics testing hours we have left for the wind tunnel. You should make the most of them. Okay, so we've actually got a lot of stuff. Maybe I should have looked into that a bit more. I've really just kind of picked this up and played it. Difficult race, disappointed with the way we performed. I was very frustrated at the end of last episode, really frustrated. But medium speed cornering and braking, what are we developing at the moment? I have to basically remind myself every time I load the game up because I have just so much going on in life at the moment. We're researching side pods. Underfloor is what we are currently developing. 57 days. Definitely not going to be on the car for the next race, which is fine. You know, it really is fine. But what we are going to do is we're going to look at our powertrain where this is concerned, because you're going to see the gearbox is 40% wear. We'll be going into our... Is this our 5th race? I think this is our 5th race we're going to be doing. I feel like we might need to change our gearbox. There's 22 races a season, so if you add one every 5 or 6 races, then you should be able to get through on the 4. So I actually think we're going to install a new gearbox, definitely on car 1. ERS system's fine. Where's the engine at? 55%. It might be worth taking a new engine as well, but you only get 3 engines a season. Do we try and go one more race on that engine? What's that? 612. Oh, actually probably need to go a bit more than that with 22. Now I know you can do new parts, but obviously there's limitations on how many engines and whatnot you can take. So actually I think the engine... We'll try and get through this race. The same here, 56% on the engine. The gearbox, though, is very much toast. So let's install a new gearbox. And I believe, again, if we were to go back, the ERS system actually doesn't look too bad. The car analysis, it's not giving us too much. Yeah, it's a bit better. Basically, there's a bit of a power drain in there, isn't there? But yeah, it's one of those things, gang. So if we were to then go to the aerodynamics and the suspension and all that stuff, this is all fine and dandy, I believe. So chassis, 1 in the warehouse, 2 installed. I think we're still building 1. 2 in the warehouse. 4, 2, just the 1, and yeah, okay, that is fair. I don't really feel like we need to do too much else today. I guess we could take a quick look at the facilities before we crack on. Car development, wind tunnel, there's just 39 days left on that. I think if we were to do the simulator, and everything would be effectiveness per unit testing. It does cost us a bit more money a month, but I feel like everything would be on a level 2 here. weekly experience gained with the race simulator. How much is that going to cost? 2.8 million. I'm kind of tempted to just do a couple of things while we've got the money, you know. We're not really spending any money at the moment because team attractiveness, morale. I'm going to do that one. The memorabilia room, I think. And the hospitality area. Monthly costs are going to go up slightly, but then they'll all be at 2. Yeah, 29 million. It's fine. I'm trying to keep us at around 30 million because obviously we're going to be doing a bunch of research. We're going to be going into the new season and whatnot, and I don't know what's gonna happen. But there you go, Team Hub. That's just upgraded. It's going to let us know by way of an email. And then the chassis manufacturing is done and dusted. I just need to check. Both cars do have the new chassis, don't they? Yes, they do. Both cars, and there's four in the doodah. So yeah, I'm all good in the hood where that is concerned. Let's take a quick look at this. Urgent. Underfloor. AM221 design is currently fitted in the car too. We have an unlucky race weekend. We might be right. So it's basically saying we should have more. I recommend manufacturing a new version of the underfloor design as soon as possible. Upgrading the factory would also help us. Okay. Underfloor. Free. I've gone a complete wrong way about that, haven't I? Car 2. Underfloor. Change. What are they talking about? Changing the underfloor. Free. Maybe it's saying we need to build one. Is that basically what it was saying? In a weird way. Manufacture underfloor. Yeah, this one. Just need the one. Just do the one. Nothing too crazy. Just so that we keep on top of the numbers according to that, which is all good. Right, so yes, carry on. Memorabilia room is done. Lovely. Confidence check-in. Would expect a good result in your board review in 3 months. Brilliant. Thanks for that. So, good morning, Dan. We've been watching how Car 1 performs on track against other teams over the last months. From the looks of things, the car's braking could be improved on the grid. So, essentially, top speed 17th, low speed 13th, which is actually mental. 19th, 19th, 17th. Yeah, basically, our car doesn't perform as well as the others, but that's just kind of where we are at the moment, unfortunately. Memorabilia room. So if I was to go here and start a new project, see, we can't design anything at the moment because there aren't any slots available. So yeah, we can't really do a lot about it. It's one of those things at the moment. So yeah, we just got to push on to the Grand Prix really. The underfloor has been manufactured. That'll go in the ATR testing period begins today. Yeah, see, we can't do anything at the moment, so really none of that matters, and that's all fine. Right, let's go to the race prep. Reach Q3. Yeah, I think we just leave it at that because that's the most realistic thing that we are going to be capable of. And yeah, it's off to the race weekend.
We're in the state of year-round summer. It's the Miami Grand Prix, and we're here in Florida at the Miami International Autodrome. The streets of Miami Gardens will come alive with the roar of racing, and the excitement is only just beginning. Spectacle is the name of the game here in Miami, with a stadium at the heart of this track. With long straights and S-bends, not unlike Suzuka's Sector 1, proper ERS management is sure to give drivers an edge towards victory. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. So, without further ado, let's get started.
So it's time for practice. I'm going to go and see how close I can get this car to perfect, and then we'll crack on with qualifying. Well, practice 3 is over, and basically, as every practice so far has finished, 17th and 18th on the board. Essentially faster than those Williams and just a bit slower than the Haas, basically. So it's kind of as it has been. As you can see, 62 and 64%. I quite like that. I might tweak them a little going into qualifying to see if we could just get an edge out of both cars, but the rest is looking pretty good as we go into qualifying. Right, it's that time again. I'm going to send Vettel out first this time. I'm going to get him out, and we'll go from there, basically. And yeah, we'll get him halfway around the track, and then potentially we'll send Stroll, basically. And we'll set a couple of early pace laps, I think. We'll send Stroll now. Let's go for it. I tweaked it a little bit. I feel like I might have got it even closer to maybe like a bit better than it was. It's fine margins trying to get the car set up, basically, for the race, in my opinion. So yeah, I've just essentially just tried to do my best. Now, for the first qualifying lap, obviously we're going to sit in and enjoy it in all its glory, and we are going to go into the cockpit with Sebastian Vettel as he attempts to set a very quick lap here. We are going to just take a look at this. He still warms those tyres up. Actually, he's nowhere near the start-finish line. That's obviously where the pit is. I don't know why I was thinking it was this early. Yeah, he's going to round the corner soon. He's going to hit a car that's just literally come out. I really hope that car gets out of the way. It looks like it's one of the Mercedes. So yeah, let's hope that car gets out of Vettel's way. Now, Stroll is obviously going to be on a very quick lap at very much the same time. So he's going to potentially hit a bit of traffic himself. It's a worry. It's one of those things, though, you've got to deal with during qualifying at the end of the day. So 2 minutes, a 75% chance of rain in 2 minutes time. So it's actually a good thing that we have got out on the racetrack on the soft tyre while we can, because if it starts raining during the course of this qualifying session, those cars are not going to have the pace that we have had on the soft tyre. So this is quite a good tactic that we're employing at the moment. See what sort of time Vettel can set. He really is going for it. I don't know how other people feel about these street circuits, but I don't know. I feel like we've had some classic racetracks taken away from us for this sort of circuit, and it dilutes the sport, in my opinion. You don't get the entertainment value with a street circuit that you do with some of the others. That's just my opinion, though. It doesn't mean it's wrong that we have these street circuits in place. But Vettel rounds the last corner. What sort of time is he going to set? I don't really know what the benchmark is. He does a 1:31.9, just inside that 1:32. So yeah, I'm not sure how good that's going to be. But let's just switch to Stroll, as he is on a fast lap and he's going to be cut off. That's ridiculous. You would not... I'm sorry, but there's parts of this game that are so annoying. That wouldn't be allowed. They would be made to go over the racetrack, the other side. And Stroll, as a result, he's going to 1:32.3 by the looks of things. So yeah, not the quickest, but both are still quicker than Albon, who has gone out on track. So yeah, 75% chance of rain in a minute's time. That is super interesting, and I am amazed not more cars have gone out on the racetrack.
We are expecting rain pretty soon.
Really surprised.
Copy.
It's just not going to put in rain. It's starting to rain. We've got to nurse these cars back now on the soft tyre. Obviously, it's going to take a while for the track to really get wet. 5 minutes the rain's going to last for. So, yes, the track's going to get wet. How quick is it going to dry? Track is now damp. Just call car in. Confirm. Yep, that's honestly fine. we kind of know that was going to be the case anyway. We're on air in laps, so yeah, surely that was the thing. This is the first bit of rain I've seen in the game, so this is interesting because this is a very different thing has happened here. Of Bottas, look at Russell and Bottas. They are off the pace. They are off the pace. This is interesting. This opens up. This opens up some weird opportunities potentially, gang. The rain's obviously going to last a while. We're going to see what sort of times. Yep, Tsunoda's run wide, probably because of the rain. Verstappen's 20 seconds off of us. This is crazy. Obviously, the track is going to. Track condition has changed to wet. Oh, he's crashed now. Oh my God! Is it going to be an eventful qualifying session? What tyre has he got on? He's got the soft tyre. No wonder. Oh dear Lord. So if he recovers from that, this is what I was saying last episode. I think there's some instances with this so far. Yeah, look at Tsunoda. He's able to nurse that car back. Now, let's all be frank. We know he wouldn't be able to. Leclerc's crashed now. This is going to be an eventful qualifying session. He's actually on the intermediate tyre. And he's still managed to.
Clearly, something went very wrong there.
See, he would be out of qualifying. But he's not. Look, he's still going. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like the crashes are not quite realistic enough for me. I think that needs work, in my opinion. But that's just me. The game is very good. It's very entertaining. Really enjoying it. But I think, you know, if we want this to be a proper F1 manager sim, then that's going to need some work, isn't it? It's going to dry up for 4 minutes and then it's going to rain again. I don't know what to do here.
Sounds like there's been a crash.
Do I send them back out? Leclerc's pranged it again. Or is this the same crash? This looks almost identical. That's the same crash. No, it's not. It's not the same crash. He's in exactly the same part of the racetrack. Leclerc is not having a good time. But at the moment, we don't need to send them out. There's 3 minutes of the track drying and then it's going to rain again. So let's just see what happens, shall we, in the next few minutes' time. Are they going to be able to dry this track up? Set some faster times. What's crazy as well is Albon is up there with us because he was clever and sent his car out very early in the session, the same as we did. This has some potential to be quite interesting. This could be the first time we get out of Q1, and it'll all be because the weather conditions were a bit mental. As you can see, it's raining again. I think I'm not going to bother sending the lads out. I don't think we need to. I think we have done enough to see ourselves through into Q2. They're all going out on the intermediate tyre, I would imagine. Let's have a look. Yes, they're all out on the intermediate. We didn't have to do anything on the intermediate. As a result of the weather, this is going to be our best qualifying session yet. I'm hoping anyway. They could go pretty quick and still smash a time in, but I just can't imagine they're going to get close to a 1:31.
Okay, and all the way to zero. All the way to zero.
Yep, the cars are done because this qualifying session is over, but let's just see what they all do out on the racetrack, shall we? This could end up being our longest kind of. Yes, we are into Q. We're into Q2. Come on, get in there. All because we were smart and we sent the cars out early. That is mad that Sebastian Vettel, if the race was ready now, we would be sitting on pole. That is insane. So, Rain, is there a way we can... Is there a way we can check the conditions and how they're going to... No, I don't think there is. This is just telling us what it's going to be like for now. What are people going to go out on? Intermediates. Okay, fair enough. So we've already put you on the inter. I'm going to send you out. Let's reconfigure. Are you already on the inter? I think he's already on the inter. Yeah, he is. So we'll just get Vettel out just a little ahead of Stroll like we did last time. And then I'm going to send Stroll out just behind him. Basically, we'll do that now. Here we go. So we have to put a lap in. It's going to be a wet session by the looks of things, but we have got to put a lap in. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. This we've got this rain for sort of 4 minutes. This could end up actually being a very wet session here. That track's looking very wet in my opinion. Let's just get Vettel around to the point where we are going to watch him. And let's see what Vettel can do. Here we go. I'm going to leave it on '2 because obviously this video could end up being a lot longer than usual because we've managed to get through into Q2 this time around. I tell you what, if it ends up being a wet race, it'll be interesting to see how different our car performs. In my opinion, because we've not seen what this car can do in the rain just yet, but we are watching now what it can do in the rain as Vettel is on his first flying lap of this second qualifying session. We basically pulled a fast one, didn't we, in Q1 there? Really did. And Vettel is flying along at the moment. I'm just going to take it to 1 speed. He's going to round the penultimate corner here, then into the last, and he's going to come across the line in a very, very slow time here. 1:48. He has gone a second faster than Albon. That's really interesting. Stroll is not far up the road. Let's see what Stroll can do as Stroll now comes around to those last couple of corners. What's Stroll going to do? Is he going to get close? I don't know if he is. He's ahead of Albon and 2.5 hundredths behind us. So interesting. We'll see what other people are doing now. 1:39s. Okay, so that really we're showing our true pace now, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know why that paused then. That was strange. But yeah, we're kind of showing our true pace. Track conditions changed to wet, so yeah, it's going to rain for the remainder of this session. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to bother pushing the car. I don't think I'm going to bother pushing the car's engine and whatnot for the rest of the session. I think it would be really I just don't think it's worth it. Telling you now, we could potentially get into the last part of qualifying here. This is actually mental. Because this track is not drying out. It's not. And they're not going to be out on inters now. Yes, they're going to be out on full wet tyres. And there's no way they are going to be as good as the intermediate. They're just not. So this is pretty insane. This is amazing. We are going through to the last part of qualifying. We are currently sitting 4th and 6th on the racetrack. This is insane. Gasly crashed. We might as well check the crash.
Look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved.
What on earth has happened here then? And he just had no traction whatsoever, did he? Again, he would be gone, wouldn't he? But you guarantee they'd recover that car. Anyway, let's get this over with. And yes, we are through. This is unbelievable. All because of a wet track. So it's a very, very wet track now. I'm just going to check. Everyone's on intermediates, which is a surprise. Looks as though the rain isn't coming down at the moment. So I'm going to send. I'm going to send Vettel out, and then we're going to send Stroll, like literally just behind him, I think. But yeah, everyone is on inters, so I think we just stick with what other people are doing. DRS is enabled in this weather. Jesus Christ, you've got to have some cojones on you, ain't you, to drive one of these cars in this conditions at top ping. But yeah, let's just get these around the track. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. Track conditions changed to wet. That's fine. Let's get them round, and then when we get to that point, we'll go with Vettel. Let's see what he can do, shall we? Unbelievable. Even if we start 9th and 10th on the racetrack this weekend, whatever, that is amazing. Best qualified today gives us a chance to at least finish a little higher up the racetrack. You would hope, as long as we can get our strategy right. I'm still really working on the in-race strategy at the moment. So, you know, we're really yet to see kind of the best of the car at the minute. So, yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see, really. But Vettel, as we can see, driving the life out of this car at the moment, trying to get the best out of it before this rain starts again and the track really gets wet. I just really wanted to try and get a lap in on these inters before the full wets are needed on the racetrack. And Vettel goes in a 147. Wow, wow, wow. It's so slow. A 144 from Sainz, so we are 3 seconds off the pace. Or at least he was. And Stroll is even further off the pace. You know what? I reckon they're on... Yeah, they're on... People are out on full wets. Sainz has done that on an intermediate, but... Yeah, that's a ridiculous sort of time that you are expected to set on this racetrack. If we were to start 7th, 8th, that's amazing. If we have to start 9th and 10th, that's fair. Session's ended. Let's just get all the cars across the line. Let's see where they're all gonna finish. As you see, Vettel drops down to 8th. So 8th and 9th is where we are going to begin, by the looks of things, this race weekend. What a qualifying session that is for Aston Martin. 9th and 10th. Albon actually ended up going quicker and will start ahead of us.
Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last minute checks are being made.
There was some good work from Aston Martin during the qualifying session, and they will go to the grid full of confidence. Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
57 laps await our competitors here in Miami, so may the best driver win.
So here we go. It's time for the race. It's sunny, sunny, sunny. So yeah, we are back to that. So driver options. Let's go full ping off of the race line. Let's see what setups we can go with. So we could go with a 2-stop, or we can go with a 3. I think, I don't know what to do. I'm actually feeling a 2-stop. It might help us. We're further up the field anyway. The longer we can stay out there, on the medium first, might do us some favours. I wish I could see what other cars were on before like heading into the race. You know, I'd love to see what all the others are doing. I think I'm going to do the same with Stroll. We're in a very similar position. So yeah, let's do this.
It's bright and sunny as the drivers line up on the grid. And there's Sebastian Vettel. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. There's Lance Stroll, down the grid. Not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know the race order can change a lot during those first few corners. The race start is mere seconds away. And this is it, the Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
Here we go. Here we go. I just want to check. No, they've all gone on the medium or the hard tyre. Very, very interesting. And I think, we remain where we were. But that's not bad. I think that's Vettel. He's going to attack. And he's got round to the outside of the Williams. And Stroll's going to have a go as well by the looks of things. Very, very good. Very good. Right, this is interesting. This is I don't know, this could potentially be our most exciting race to date because we're very high up the field to start with. There's some very quick cars behind us though, and we know that they're going to be really good as the race goes on. So we kind of need to be very good in these early stages. Essentially, I think we're probably on a similar race tactic to a lot of the teams. Is that Stroll going up the inside? Yes, it is! And Albon is falling down the field as as things stand. Right, let's get into this race a little bit.
Have just gained a race position.
Okay, let's see what's going to happen, shall we? In the early stages. Is that Vettel? He tried. He had a look. He's confident. He's trying. And he's going to have another go here. He's going to have another go. Vettel. And Vettel. Go on, lad. Oh, Vettel's loving life at the moment. He's flying. Yes, the ERS and everything is kind of pumped. So are the tyres, the lot. But I feel like if we could get a bit further up the field, then it kind of helps our chances in the latter part of the race, doesn't it? So the ERS is what I do need to keep an eye on. I feel like while we're bunched up, we should just make the most of it being on deploy. But I do realise that we are going to have to kind of look after it at some point. Vettel's having another look at a Haas, is that this time? Right, yeah, we're going to have to harvest that energy. And we'll harvest the energy there. And then after that, we'll put that on neutral. I think. So let's get this back on ×2. Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to the whole ERS tactic. I've spoke to my brother a little bit. He has played like a lot of this game, deep into his second season, and like really loves it. And he was saying that like for a team like us, really maybe a neutral tactic where the ERS is concerned might really help us. So to maybe just stick with that. So yeah, I'm going to take his advice basically and go with that. So here we go. Vettel is the man at the moment to kind of keep an eye on. He's running 7th and quite comfortably 7th as well. Obviously these tyres have got to go some way. They've got to get to around about lap 25, 26. Whoever's tyres are in the worst condition, I will obviously box first. I think that's only fair. But yeah, we're going along all right. We are going along okay. I feel like once DRS is enabled, there's going to be some DRS trains, which is going to help people, kind of drag people along and whatnot. Like we look at this little bunch we're in at the minute. I think we're definitely going to be helped by ERS basically. Now I'm going to have to just ease off on the tyres a bit for Vettel now. We will slow down, and you will notice it. Our pace will take a bit of a smash because of taking it a bit easier on the tyres. But we have got to nurse these at the end of the day for another 20 laps at least. So we don't want to smash the condition of these tyres straight off the bat, basically. So yeah, look, we're flying high up the grid, and at the moment, wherever we finish. So we are going to get passed by cars and better teams. We've got that Alfa Romeo at the moment kind of following us. So you can see Perez has got the job done against Stroll. We really expect the Red Bull to be overtaking us and doing a lot better as well. So yeah, I'm not going to stress basically is the point I'm trying to make. We're just going to see where the race goes. We get to lap 25, get on that hard tyre, and then yeah, we'll just manage the race from there really. The closer we get to that lap, we'll see what the tyres are like. Maybe we can push them a bit more. But for now, it's all about just kind of settling in and seeing where the race goes. Basically, we've got 57 laps of racing. We've got just a one stop to make. And yeah, let's just see what happens. Vettel is going along nicely in 7th place. Like I can't complain. Stroll seems to be going backwards, but that's kind of just been his Aston Martin career to this point, unfortunately. And with the likes of George Russell and Leclerc behind him, he's going to get caught by much faster cars. Bottas, Ocon, like they're going to catch him. As you've just seen, Russell was overtaken. But we've had a spin. Zhu, was he towards the front of the grid? Yes, he was. Oh, there we go. He was the car that was following Vettel. So there you go. He's had a spin. That's not good. for him at all. It really isn't. So that's really, really interesting to see. So that kind of gives Vettel a bit more space, which is nice, but he's now going to have a Red Bull hot on his tail. So there is going to be that, which is a bit of a worry. I do understand, gang, that as the series has gone on, I've done more and more of kind of this view, and it's just one of those things. Basically, when you go to ×4, as you see, you can't have it on the racetrack, but we're kind of in those parts where we're settling in. Look, Stroll's been passed by 2 cars in that lap, so yeah, you could see Stroll. He is struggling a little. He's not as quick as Vettel. Vettel seems to be kind of hanging on, which is interesting. But then Perez passes him. So there you go. But 3.5 seconds up the road is George Russell, probably going to catch him. It's one of those things. I'm not going to stress. You know, if we could finish in the midfield though, would be amazing in this race. Like, the qualifying's helped us immensely, but Stroll is just going backwards at the minute. I think maybe we just push. We've got a bit of fuel there. And there you go. Vettel. No, he is still in 8th. But George Russell is catching him. So it's going to be only a matter of time, probably, till George Russell is on Vettel's gearbox. It's because we kind of had to settle into the race, haven't we? It's just one of those things. Neutral with the ERS. I don't really feel like we need to kind of be pushing that too much, but I think Vettel's doing a good enough job. He's keeping Perez within a second, which is good to see, because that's still within DRS, so that's probably what's dragging him along a little bit as well. It's only because of qualifying are we this far up the road, to be fair. Leclerc has overtaken Vettel. We know that. We've kind of seen it happen, haven't we? But yeah, God, we've got another 10 laps to go before we can really pit. So yeah, look at the pace. We're just not quick enough, gang. We're just not quick enough. It's just one of those things. Qualifying's made us look better than we actually are. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. And all the teams are faster than us, and they're going to be catching us, you know. So it's just it's one of those. I'm not going to stress about it. If we really fall down, and I'll be a bit worried. But look, Vettel now down to 11th place. Was running quite comfortably in 7th for a while, but now is battling to stay in 11th. But yeah, we're not going to come in yet. The window's open, but we're definitely not going to come in yet. Yellow flag. Safety car. Not had a proper safety car though, have we, really?
Safety car.
Oh, we actually are having a proper one. Okay.
Slow down. Get the delta positive.
Oh God, do we pit? Because it's his pit window anyway. Do you know what? I think this might be the perfect time to pit Vettel.
Careful, Verstappen ahead, there's a crash.
I think we've got to go a bit longer.
Okay, copy.
We've got to go a bit longer with Stroll. Verstappen.
Look at the replay. Now here we see Max Verstappen.
What's happened here then? And he's just, oh my God. See, here is my thing. Is he going to carry on racing after that? You know, that's going to be the one that's interesting. Is he now done for the race? Because yes, he's actually out. That's the first car I have seen out. That's mad. That's the first time I've seen that happen. I don't know if we can double stack. I don't think we've got enough of a cushion to double stack. I think we're going to have to run. Or I don't know. Do we do this? Do we do this? It'd need to be very good pit stop. But it's yellow flag conditions. You know what? Let's do it.
Box.
The Stroll is actually quite a bit up the road. I think we can be all right here. We could get Vettel in. I think it makes sense. It's in our pit window anyway. We're going to have to nurse the tyres though. We're coming in 2 laps sooner than we than we would have. So yeah, we are going to have to be a bit more careful on the tyres. But as you can see, some of the other teams are doing it as well. And Vettel is going to come out in 12th place. Okay, I think that's done us a bit of a favour. So we're still, what's the name, aren't we? Yellow flag running. So do I leave it on standard under a yellow flag? I do wonder. Because it's going to reduce the tyre wear, isn't it? But I'm just worried it's going to mess with the temperatures of the tyres. Our powertrain is right, our engine's at 48%, so there's a good chance we'll have to change our engine for the next race. Yeah, I'm not sure about the tyres, if I should have dropped them while we are behind the safety car. Probably going to get told I should have. I'm actually...
So safety car will be in this lap. Safety car will be in this lap.
Right, okay. So... right, here we go. They're all going to bunch. So this is where we are going to go. We're going to go aggressive, but I understand that we have got to be careful. And we are going to push with our fuel because we can at this stage. So here we go. Vettel got a very good speed out of that. What can he do with it now? Okay, let's see what we can do with this race. Can we take these cars to the end on this tyre? That's going to be the most interesting thing to watch, I think. Burn off some of this excess fuel. We've got the McLaren right up our backside, but that's a good racing line from Vettel, and he's into 11th place. That was beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful from the veteran there. And he's now got to hunt down the cars ahead. I'm not going to push these tyres too much. I might push them for a couple of laps just to kind of get something out of them. We are burning off fuel at the moment, which is fine. Do need to keep an eye on that. And then, yeah, then it's just going to be a case of settle in and see what happens. As you can see, George Russell is much faster than us. He's already 1.2 seconds up the road. So let's balance this out now. And yeah, we're going to have to do the same over here. And so yeah, let's just see what happens.
DRS enabled.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, let's just see what happens in the race. Vettel's up to 6th because of some other pit stops and whatnot that have happened. Stroll's up to 8th, but that's the actual pit window there. That is the actual pit window. So we've got to go 30 odd laps on these tyres at 91%, and I'm obviously thinking, is it gonna happen? We are gonna find out together as the race goes on. We've got nosebleeds at the moment in 5th and 7th though, so yeah, all the cars that are faster than us are behind us. Very much expected. We pitted 2 laps early, but I felt under the safety car it kind of made sense to do that. But yeah, we've just got to see how these hard tyres go now though, and if it might be worth having to stop again later on in the race basically. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. We are obviously within the DRS of Norris, and if we end up taking him, we will be on the podium. And I think it might just be worth checking the overtake if that happens, honestly, because that would be mental. Right, he has got some fuel to burn off, so let's do that with Stroll. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but at the moment it's looking okay. It's looking pretty nice at the minute with about 15 to go. And yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. A lot of these cars are a lot faster than us, and I'm really surprised they're behind us at the moment. Ricciardo and Vettel are just having their own race at the minute.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
I'm kind of managing the fuel at the minute, which is perfectly normal. Vettel's gone fourth again. It's just him and Ricciardo are just having their own race. Like I've said, the DRS train is there as well. All those are kind of being dragged along by Vettel at the minute because they're all kind of behind. Oh yeah, this race is it's interesting at the minute, gang, because we've got two drivers in the points with 12. No, 22 laps to go. Sorry, I was about to say 12. 22 laps to go. And the front three are pulling away, and a lot of that is because everybody's kind of getting stuck behind Vettel, and he is a slower car. You know, we're all aware that the Aston Martin isn't quick, but there you go. Zhou has got ahead of Vettel now.
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa
But then
Romeo.
you've got the DRS train now because Vettel is within DRS striking distance. So he's using that DRS to kind of stay in touch with the pack. But yeah, honestly, oh my god, where are we going to finish in this race? Schumacher's crashed. Are we going to get another yellow flag here?
Yellow flag 15, yellow.
Yes, we are. Schumacher. This has been an action-packed race weekend. If it weren't qualifying, it's been the race. He's locked up. There we go. He's going to get back to the pitch with that. It looks like just a bit of front wing damage, but he's not going to be out. But it is still a yellow flag. And I think we are back as normal racing. Oh, what is going to happen? Oh my god, Stroll, seriously mate, where is your pace gone? He literally has zero pace. Stroll, he's really struggling, whereas Vettel, weirdly in a very similar car, is hanging on to the coattails of Zhou and is being dragged along by the DRS. It's mad. And Vettel takes Zhou and he's back into fourth. But this is what I'm saying, it's like tit for tat at the front of the grid.
With a great play there. They've moved up a place.
It is crazy to think what Vettel's doing. Zhou's taking him again in another DRS zone, but he is still there or thereabouts.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
So yeah, this is a crazy race at the moment because Vettel, as this race goes on, really looks as though he's very much on for some race points, which is mad to be sitting here saying that. You know, he's down to 6th place now. Perez has overtaken him. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But he's now back up to 5th. It must be so close. Do you know what? I need to just jump in for a bit. They must be so close together, all these cars, because they are just literally going tit for tat. And it's insane. But Vettel is having a great race at the minute. I'm worried about his engine, 47%. I am a little worried about that. But other than that, he's going really well. Really, really well at the moment. I'm really enjoying what he's doing. And I feel like the qualifying's kind of helped him a little bit. Stroll is back up to 7th. When did that happen? How did that happen? This is mad. We have not got long to go. 13 laps to go. Tyres at 55%. Another 20% out of these tyres over the next 13 laps. I think we do it on this one-stop strategy, which is pretty crazy, to be honest with you, gang. I'm very surprised at this. I was so frustrated at my race strategy. I got it all wrong last episode. I think it was my mistake. I really got it wrong, personally. But this time I feel like with the qualifying, we've then got the race right. Qualifying was a bit of luck. There was definitely some luck thrown in there for good measure. Obviously, with obviously the rain hit session helped us through, but we've kind of made the most out of it where the race is concerned. Vettel is very much up there and competing at the minute. Lance Stroll's up in 7th place and kind of going along on his own quite nicely. Like, he's just mooching along and nothing's really being said. Vettel's up to 4th now, but he's probably going to get overtaken here because of the DRS and whatnot. But no, he remains in 4th somehow. And yeah, this is pretty mad. This is pretty mad. The DRS was there. Zhou couldn't take him. Okay, we're into that territory. Last 10 laps. Can we see this through on these tyres? That's the big thing at the moment. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest question mark. I think we're going to have to just kind of push this on a little. Zhou's overtaken Vettel again. It's like I say, it's very tit for tat at the front of the grid at the moment between those cars. The DRS is definitely helping. Stroll is doing all right. He's actually mentally staying ahead of the Red Bull somehow. Lots of fuel for Vettel. We can push with the fuel, give that extra bit of mixture and whatnot because of the amount of abundance he's got left. 41% on the tyre wear. This is mad. This is mad. Are we going to see it through on these tyres? Because if we do, then we've done so well. We've done so well. We are down to 6th now, and it looks like Zhou and Ricciardo are probably going to pull away a little now. I think the tyre wear is going to be a bit of a problem in this later part of the race. Leclerc overtakes Stroll. Stroll's down to 10th place, but he's got quite a lead on Ocon in 11th, so might not be the worst. Vettel retakes. Oh my god, look at the tyre wear. I'm so worried. I'm so worried about the tyre wear with just 3 laps to go. But we're on for points. This is insane. We are on for points. Whatever happens, I think at this stage of the race, we are on for points. There's been a crash. There's another yellow flag. Sainz in first. Oh my god. Sainz was leading the race, literally on his own, nothing going on. And Sainz has had a lock-up and he's stuck it in the wall. I think that's the same place that Verstappen put it in the wall. That's crazy. Is Sainz okay, or is that race over? I think it might be race over. No, it's not a proper yellow flag. Anyway, okay, saying keep pushing. That's kind of helped us out, maybe a little bit. I don't know, actually. We're all bunched up all of a sudden. Oh, God. Come on. Come on, Vettel. Do this. Bring this home. Bring this home, lad. Bring this home. Stroll as well. I'm loving it, Stroll. You're going along quite nicely. You're quite a far up the road from Ocon. Vettel overtakes Ricciardo. This is mad. This is mad.
Is it working what we're doing?
Oh. Vettel is 6th now. Come on. We're definitely on for points. This is crazy. We're definitely on for points. The tyre wear for Vettel is mental. I'm very worried about that tyre wear. Is he going to be able to see out this race? He has not got long to go. But can he see this out? Come on, Vettel. Come on, Vettel. He's probably going to get overtaken at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if Vettel ends up finishing about 9th, to be honest. But it's one of those things. Yeah, well, the rears are gone. For both drivers, they're gone. It's fine. I totally get it. But if we are going to finish in the points, so I don't care. We've basically taken these tyres to the very end of their life cycle, and that's why we're going nothing but backwards at the minute. But we hung on. If we'd have managed to pit the next lap under the safety car. That's last lap. Okay. Let's stick with Vettel and let's deploy that energy for this last lap. We might as well just get a bit of extra out of it. Let's see if we can hold Leclerc off. I don't think we're going to be able to hold that Ferrari off. It is absolutely rapid. but we can try. We can try. And as you can see, the other cars in front are kind of all having a bit of a battle themselves, so they're all over the place. That will only help us. This is good. Come on. Come on. Come on, Vettel. Be dragged along. Be dragged along by that McLaren. That's beautiful. Sainz has won the race even though he had that massive crash, which is just mental to me. Okay, charge that up. Come on. Come on. Don't let him pass you now. This would be so disappointing if he passes you now.
Strategy was good. Brilliant.
Here we go.
Take all the pickup on the way in.
Come on. Get in now. Get in now. 8th place, 10th place, qualifying helped us massively, but we're on the board. We are on the bloody board at last. Come on.
Sebastian Vettel sure knows how to show Formula One fans a good time. Great work. Today, Aston Martin demonstrated that they can go very far indeed.
Absolutely. I imagine it'll be pats on the back all round, and deservedly so.
And as this race weekend comes to a close, the team is 8th in the constructor standings.
Formula One will be back to Europe for the next round, on the shores of the Mediterranean, with some heated competition to look forward to in Spain.
Well, that has to go down as an unbelievable race. We have done some serious damage there, haven't we? To the two teams we are essentially kind of in competition with this season. Vettel gained a position on where he started. Lance Stroll finished where he began, and I actually feel like we really managed that race quite nicely. It does mean that Vettel has 4 points in the Drivers' Championship, which is nice. Lance Stroll's got a point on the board, and so that means we are up to 8th place with 5 points on the board. Haas and Williams both finishing outside the points this weekend. Absolutely amazing experience gained as well for both drivers, but particularly Lance Stroll. Younger driver, really needs it. Quality stuff. And so that brings the Miami weekend to its close, ladies and gents. What a race weekend and qualifying that was. It had a bit of everything, didn't it? Absolutely buzzing with that. We'll do all of the stuff we need to do next episode, my friends. This one's gone long enough. But if you've enjoyed this, be sure to drop a like. Leave your comments in the comment section below to let me know what you made of it. And if you want to see more of this F1 content and some of the other stuff on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But we are done and dusted. Be safe, stay humble, all that good stuff. See you later, my friends.